Back in the early 80s, when I was in 3rd grade, we had a family camping trip. Everything was great for the first couple of days. Not a cloud was in the sky, gorgeous sunset, and warm air with the gentlest of breezes. Everything was idyllic until about 3 in the morning the 3rd day. It started raining, which woke my brother up. He went to the restroom with my mom. As I drifted back to sleep, I heard my dad yelling at my mom to quit messing with the flap. Then, I heard the unmistakable clank of the aluminum pole hit the ground and the corner of the tent flopping down. My dad started yelling and using language directed at my mom that I had never heard him use. He then stepped out of the tent and I heard him call out for my mom. I heard her in the distance asking why he was yelling. He explained to her what happened. Then, it started getting windy and my dad shouted, "Hurry up. Get in the tent." There was a loud patter of what I thought was rain, followed by what sounded like someone punching the tent. A few minutes later, it was peaceful. A dead calm took over the night. I could hear my parents whispering, "I dunno, what do you think we should do? Do you think it's safe?" Suddenly, out of nowhere, a huge gust of wind came. We could feel the floor of the tent come up a little, as the wind blew under it. Then the pole that my dad had just put back came loose again. We could hear the metallic clang as it bounced into the distance. The tent suddenly seemed like it was a dancing man as that corner started flopping in all directions. "Okay, to the van it is." We ran to the van to hide. During the whole 15 yards, we were pelted with pea-sized hail. My mom had to hold my brother because of how strong the winds were. As soon as we got into the van, we saw the tent completely collapse and start to lift up. Fortunately, the stakes were driven in quite well so it stayed in place. Then, everything went dead silent. After what seemed like an eternity of holding my breath, I drifted off to sleep. We were all woken by a sharp rap against the window. The park ranger was there to let us know that they were closing the campgrounds. We looked out the windows and saw a clear path, where a tornado had torn through, not even a quarter of a mile from our spot, and our tent was on top of the trees. If we had stayed in the tent, we would probably have been up there as well. Getting out of the van, we found that it had been pushed about 5 feet from where it was parked. Figuring that the rest of the trip would be a waste without the tent, we decided to leave. Stopping at the ranger station on the way out, we found out that the tornado sirens had failed when the tornado had taken out the power lines that lead to the park. On the ride home, we saw several spots where tornadoes had touched down. It took another couple of years before we went camping again because my brother was so traumatized.